Welcome back, Reefers, to another episode. Today is going to be a real fun one. In the last episode, we went over the little sump frag tank switchover that we did, where we moved everything from the frag tank into the main sump and all the equipment from the main sump into the frag tank. And just a quick update, everything is doing pretty darn well. I haven't moved anything in a little bit. It's all just kind of sat here. I think I adjusted the NEM tank, and that was really about it. But yeah, everything's been doing smoothly. No deaths as of yet from the switch over. My tank is a little bit cleaner. I have noticed also my pH is a little bit down, so maybe we'll up the dose a little bit. I'm not quite sure, but that's not today's episode. Now, today what we are going to do is actually create kind of like a torch garden. So, in the last couple days, I've been able to acquire 7 torches here from one of the reefers who is pretty much one of my neighbors. He's pretty darn close to me. Marco, who happened to be doing a full SPS tank, so he was getting rid of all his torches. So I got them all for a really darn good price. So thank you, Marco, for the coral. But today what we're going to do is try to figure out a good place to put them. I've already kind of decided, if you haven't already noticed. But my other Euphilia in this tank are, as you can see, all on this side, and it's kind of like a nice little flowy little gardeny kind of thing, which includes both, these torches as well as some hammers, some frog spawn, more torches. But I didn't feel like putting more torches here in this corner was going to help them a lot, namely because I don't have a lot more rock work for them to grow out into. I could always put them right here, but some of them are very tall, so you would actually kind of block out some of the torches in the back, which have shorter stalks. So I decided we're gonna go ahead and move these new torches right over here onto this rock. And if you follow recently in the last few episodes, I actually put these octo spawns where that used to be, but I've since relocated them right here. I think once they open up, they'll do quite well. They'll just fill in that space. I don't want too much on the sand bed because I want it to look clean. When these open up, it'll kind of look like they're stuck on the rock work, even though they're not. So, hopefully they do really well right there. There's nothing really to bother them. They're kind of on their own. So I do believe that they're going to thrive quite well. Now, what we're going to do is go ahead and get all these 7 torches, plus one of my older torches that's just been kind of hanging around. We're going to go ahead and mount it on this rock right here. And the thought process is that some of the torches that I have a very thick very long skeletons, so they'll actually do pretty well in like these back areas where they're a little bit taller. And then some of the other torches that have very short stalks, like this one, are going to do very well at the front, and that's gonna do kind of like staggered coral placement, so it's kind of gonna look like how would you say it? Like seats in a stadium. So first thing we're gonna do is get these guys acclimated. Well, we don't really do an acclimation, but what I will do is go ahead and dip the coral in my favorite cleaner, Revive. Even though I do trust Marco, and I believe he's had these torches for quite a while, you want to dip it regardless, just because, any pest that goes into this tank can have pretty dire consequences given the crap ton of livestock that I have. So it doesn't hurt just to go ahead and put them in a couple minute dip, let them acclimate, and see if anything kind of falls off, and then we'll get them into the tank and see kind of what we got. All right, so we've gone ahead and dipped these corals. They've been sitting in here for a good couple minutes now. We're gonna start basically by length. So longest to shortest, longest in the back, shortest in the front. Luckily, it looks like most of the green ones are the long ones and the more colorful ones are the short ones. So that'll actually work out pretty well. You'll have basically a background color for the nicer torches to go, in front of, so it'll kind of contrast each other. But we'll just go ahead and get started. Let's go ahead and grab this fat guy right here. Very, very nice. can kind of see them right here. Now, I'm not quite sure what the name of all these torches are. I honestly don't really care about torches all that much. But yeah, this one looks pretty cool. Nice, vibrant green. Good skeleton. Good, what do you call it? Skin, I guess you would say. All the way around. Very nice. But we'll go ahead, get some super glue on the base right there, and stick them right in the back. And there goes our first one. A nice, beautiful, vibrant green color. It's almost as green as my kryptonite candy canes, which is super nice. And yeah, we're just gonna go probably bloop, 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 bloop. And, you know, we'll go ahead and see how it looks like. But just having it staggered like that, you'll see in a second, I guarantee you it's gonna look wonderful. Okay, so we've gone ahead and completed the 3 green ones that'll be in the background. Now, while I do want it to look nice and full with the polyps, I do want to make sure that they have space to grow out. I don't want to make the same mistakes that I made, for example, with my acros that are just a little bit too close, especially these 4 guys right here who are just on top of each other. Yeah, don't want to make that mistake. So yeah, you can see my little wrasse checking out the new guys, and yeah, give them just, you know, good enough room so they can grow out on their own. Obviously at some point I'll probably move these guys out of the way anyways as they grow big, but you know, takes time. They'll have time to grow. So we're gonna go ahead and get the other 3 into place, see kind of what they look like, and then hopefully everything's good to go. So first one on the list is going to be this guy. I don't know what it's called, but it looks really cool. So it looks like it kind of has bluish tips, purplish tentacles, and then a bright ass green base. That's super nice. I think it's called like a hurricane, if I'm wrong. I don't know. Let me know in the comments. But yeah, either way, it looks pretty cool. It's a kind of offsets the color because it's kind of like a reverse. But yeah, let's go ahead and glue this guy down. All right, and this next one, wow, I have to say, I don't know what this is called, but that is probably one of the cooler looking torches that I get to own now. Look at that, just a green mouth, purple body, and then the tentacles are literally like 50-50 of gold and purple. And it's 2 heads. Really nice body. Yeah, that's really cool. If you guys know what this one's called, let me know in the comments. Put like a timestamp or something. But yeah, that one's going right dead center front because that is just by far the best looking. The other ones might look good. I still have like 3 more to put in there, but wow. How can you go wrong with this one? Okay, so the last 2 right here, if it will focus, they're really small. Like, that's my thumbnail. They're just super tiny torches. It's honestly kind of hard to tell what exactly they are, just because they are so itty bitty teeny weeny. Yellow polka dot bikini. But yeah, we'll go ahead and just post them in there anyways. Obviously I'm going to show you what it looks like once they're all out and open, so we'll be able to judge at that point what these are going to look like. All right, so we have it all completed. As you can see, if I were to put it straight, it is staggered, so hopefully once the tentacles come out, they'll be nice and just kind of all visible, nice and flowing. But you know, we're not gonna see that until tomorrow because we do have to let these guys get acclimated into the tank. They have to get used to their surroundings. So we'll be back tomorrow. You'll see hopefully what these look like, and hopefully it's good. All right, guys, so it has been a couple of days since we went ahead and put the torches in. I just kind of want to give a quick little update on them before we do end the episode. As you can see right here, we have them nice and staggered, with the greens in the back and then the nicer ones in the front. This one here is the gold one I already have. I just thought it would be I finally found a good place I think it would kind of go with. This one right dead center is the prettiest of them all. It's a little hard to tell in the photos, but it is a really nice mix of gold and purple. It's just that gold stripe running right down through the middle, which I think looks just awesome. If you know what that specific torch is called, let me know in the comments, just because I honestly have no idea. But as you can see, the staggered look is coming out real nice. This one torch is a little upset. I think it's just the way it is today. It'll probably perk up a little bit as the day goes along, because it is still a little early for my tank. But overall, it looks absolutely fantastic. I love the placement right here. It gives a lot of movement against all my sticks here that have basically no movement absolutely whatsoever. But that's okay. I still love the sticks. But yeah, that is the torch garden for you. Having a nice staggered, setup really makes it so you can see every single color, which was exactly what I was going for. Now, there are actually only 6 torches here from that original one. This one obviously is mine, which makes the 7th. The other one, I didn't really think it was a good spot there, just because it was so tiny, so I put it over here on the right side of my tank with the other torches. But other than that, everything looks pretty good for right now. That'll be pretty much it for this episode. Thank you guys as always for watching. I really appreciate your support, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.